The lifestyles of the rich and famous may have us all envious from time to time, but as the saying goes, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. This is our list of the top 10 wealthiest families who lost all of their money. Number 10, the Hunts. In the 1970s, the brothers William and Nelson Hunt owned 60% of the silver on the U.S. market. But the sharp price drop in silver prices in 1980 caused the pair losses of up to $7.2 billion. Thankfully, all was not lost for their descendants, who have managed to keep what was left and turn them into shares in oil and shale industries. Number 9, the Fertittas. Brothers Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta owned about 24 station casinos in the Las Vegas area when they filed for bankruptcy in 2009, following a financial hit from the 2008 recession. Luckily for them, they emerged 2 years later and now own Mixed Martial Arts League Ultimate Fighting Championship, the U.S.'s first legal online gambling site, and other Las Vegas casinos. Number 8, the Kluges. After divorcing John Kluge, founder of Metro Media, Patricia Kluge received a 200-acre estate and $1 million a year in her divorce settlement in 1991. Kluge put all her money into a vineyard near her home and then lost it due to a large debt incurred by attempting to expand, as well as through the real estate crash in 2008. By 2011, she was bankrupt and the property was foreclosed. Number 7, the Hesses. The Hess family once ran a very successful oil distribution company which established the family's fortune in 1933. Unfortunately, during the Great Depression, the company nosedived into bankruptcy, during which Leon Hess assumed control from his father. The family managed to keep hold of the company, but their control dwindles as they recently announced the selling of half of Hess Corp's assets in Bacon Field to a private equity firm. Number 6, the Astors. The Astor family has been regarded as one of America's first multi-millionaire families. They were prominent business figures in the 19th century and responsible for building Rokeby in Hudson Valley, which has been the representative for the American Gothic style. But the descendants of John Jacob Astor have fallen on hard times, with basically no money left and the Rokeby mansion slowly crumbling into ruin. Number 5, the Goulds. Jay Gould was the president of the development company Erie Railroad. He was also involved in gold speculation events, which led to Black Friday in September of 1869. Gould lost Erie Railroads, but was able to begin again in the West, and by 1879 was able to control 10,000 miles of railways. Unfortunately, after his death, his eldest son was forced to give over half the family's wealth to creditors, and only 3 generations later, the fortune has dwindled down to a measly $5 million. Number 4, the Pulitzers. Famed newspaper publisher Joseph Pulitzer left his family legacy of good business decisions and a large net worth when he died in 1911. Unfortunately, just over 90 years later, Pulitzer's grandson Peter lost most of the family's wealth and had to be bailed out by his ex-wife and her husband when his Florida citrus grove failed. Number 3, the Strohs. Bernard Stroh immigrated to the United States in 1850 with only $150 and a recipe for beer. With the help of his sons, he expanded his company, and by the 1980s, the Stroh family owned the 3rd largest brewing company in the United States. However, due to bad choices, an overload of debt, strong competition, and missed opportunities, only 5 generations later, the family fortune has basically been wiped out. Number 2, the Hartfords. Huntington Hartford founded the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company in 1859. Hartford is credited with revolutionizing retail, as his company earned a profit by advertising products and offering a popular tea service for guests who were unable to reach the company to purchase their products. Unfortunately, Hartford's grandson, Huntington II, did not inherit the same business sense and lost the family fortune through a slew of bad investments. Number 1, the Vanderbilts. Cornelius Commodore Vanderbilt was one of America's richest men, possessing strong business sense since he was just 16 when Vanderbilt bought his first sailboat and began a ferry service in Staten Island. He then turned his attention to railroads and within 5 years was able to accrue a wealth of $25 million. His son was able to grow this wealth, and in 1887, the family worth was at $5.1 billion. Unfortunately, the 3rd generation did nothing to grow this net worth, and only 30 years after the Commodore's death, the family wealth has been depleted. As usual, thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see more awesome Top 10 clips. We come out with Top 10 videos just for you every week. Be sure to like this clip and leave a comment. Then feel free to go ahead and check out one of our other Top 10 videos that you see on the screen right now. You can also now follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and other social media platforms.